9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Gracias. This is a mic check 1 2 3 4 5. We're testing the English channel 1 2 3 4 5. This is a mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We are testing the English channel 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is the English channel. For the press conference is about to start here in Santiago Bernabeu Stadium by Mikel Arteta, who is the head coach of Arsenal FC. Before the second leg game against Real Madrid that will be held tomorrow, Wednesday, April the 16th at 9 p.m. Madrid time, here in Madrid, in Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. It's going to be quite a tough game for both teams since the first leg was 3-0 for Arsenal, so it's going to be an amazing game anyway. We are testing the English channel to see if everybody can hear it properly. 1 2 3 4 5. This is a mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We are testing the English channel. We are testing the English channel 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is a mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Hope that everybody can hear me. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We are testing the English channel. Until they tell me otherwise, we keep on testing the English channel. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We are testing the English channel. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We are testing the English channel. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is a mic check. 1 2 3. Thank you. This is my check 1 2 3 4 5. Hello again. This is my check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is my check 1 2 3 4 5. This is my check. We're testing the English channel 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is my check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is a mic check. We are testing the English channel 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is a mic check for the English channel 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is a mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Hope you can hear me properly. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We are testing the English channel 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Thank you.
everyone. Thank you guys for coming. We'll start with some questions in English and then we'll come to Spanish afterwards. If we can keep it to 1 or 2 per person, that would be brilliant. Damesh, do you want to kick us off?
David, good to see you. Can you just give us an insight into the mood of the dressing room? Are there nerves, or is it belief, confidence?
The mood is great. Definitely, it's not nerves. It's confidence. Is be able to replicate what we did in the first game and come here for the win.
You followed Real Madrid when you were younger. What would it mean to you to be part of a team that could knock them out of this competition?
Well, I wouldn't say I followed Real Madrid. I just followed Casillas, as I said always, that he was my idol. But we know how big of a club it is, and it'll be great to knock them out.
Alex?
Hi, David. Lots is made about Real Madrid and their ability to turn games around and the atmosphere they can create in a stadium. What can you do as a player when momentum is building? How can you stop it on the pitch?
Well, we have the momentum. I think the way we played, the way we faced in the first leg is incredible from everyone, and we're here just to create our own history, to win the game, to come in and win the game, and that's the most important thing.
Tom, did you have a question?
Hi, David. Obviously, you've been at the club now for a couple of seasons. When you joined, did you imagine that you would be in this scenario perhaps as quickly as it's come to play against a team like Real Madrid in this stage of the competition?
Well, when I started playing for Arsenal, we were in the Champions League, so I was convinced that we were going to play against the best teams in Europe in this competition. But you want to play against the best if you want to win trophies. So we were convinced that we were going to do well last season and hopefully even better this season.
Raya?
Hi, David. It's commonly known that the goalkeeper position, it can be the loneliest on the pitch. We talk a lot about in the big matches, training well, preparing your body well, but how do you actually train your mind ahead of big fixtures like this?
Well, you try to be focused on what you can control. You can control your actions, you can control what you do, and you cannot control the outside and the noise and all that. So you have to be very, very focused on what you can do, and of course believe in yourself. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, next one here.
David, keeping the crowd quiet here, it's been mentioned before, it's been mentioned earlier with the Real Madrid press conference. It's going to be difficult, we all know that, even though you have the momentum. How have you spoken about that, and how do you propose to try to keep them quiet in the stadium?
Well, like I said, that's something that we cannot control. That is out of our control. The fans, the stadium, the atmosphere, maybe the shows that they have in the stadium and all that. So that is out of control. We cannot think about that. We just have to think about ourselves, what we can control on the pitch with the ball. Play the same way that we played in the first game, and create chances and score goals. We come here just to win the game.
Isan?
Hi. In the first half, especially early on, you made a couple of saves against, I think, Mbappe and Vinny Jr. as well through the game. What was it like for you as a keeper going up against them kind of players, and how alert do you guys need to be to make sure that with their pace they don't get any such opportunities in this leg? Luckily, I think we faced a lot of good players in the Premier League, and everybody's ready for the challenge. We know how good the attacking Madrid is, but everybody is on the toes no matter who we play. So we have to see it the same way as another game. Is another game as it could be playing against another opponent. So we just have to be focused on ourselves and just be ready for anything that can happen.
John?
Hello, David. The team played so well, particularly in the second half after you'd gone ahead. You know, you really went on the front foot. Is that your intention tomorrow night? Do you have to go for it as much as anything?
The intention is to win the game. That's no matter what. We know how we played in the first game, and we have to do the same. We have to do the same, approach it the same way. We know we have a lead, but we come here just to win the game.
Miguel, just that.
Hi, David. Madrid are relentlessly talking about remontadas and the history and experience, and it almost feels like an attempt as much to put pressure on Arsenal. Has the manager done anything this week to shut all that out or change focus?
We are here just to write our own history. I think winning the game and getting through to the semi-finals, that's what we want to do, and that's what we're going to try and achieve tomorrow. But like I said, we're here just to recreate our own history.
And James will do last two in English, so one from James and then Tom.
Hi, David. There was a lot of focus on Jakub Kiwior before the first game. Obviously, it had come in at short notice, played very well, handled it very well. How impressed were you by him coming in that back line, and how confident are you can do it again tomorrow?
I wasn't impressed because I know how good Jakub is, and I'm very, very convinced and confident with him stepping in after the big injury that Gavi sustained against Fulham. So I wasn't surprised about his performance. I thought he was very, very, very good, and we know how good he is. He shows in training every day. So I was very, very happy with his performance because that gives him confidence. But like I said, I wasn't surprised. It was a matter of time they can show his quality.
And last one in English with Tom, yeah.
Hi, David, here. A lot of talk about beating Real Madrid and comebacks, but I guess you must think there's a real opportunity here to get to the semi-final and also potentially win this competition now.
Yeah, of course. I think that's why we play in the Champions League. I think you want to win the trophy. If not, you don't play. But we have to be focused on tomorrow to win the game tomorrow, and we will see what happens. And then from there, we just go day by day.
One down here.
Hola, David. ¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes.
Hi, David. My name is Anton Meana from Cadena Set. You've said in English that the intention that Arsenal has is to win the game. Everything about comebacks, etc. Maybe it's a journalist story rather than, or instead, than a real risk for tomorrow. Well, everything can happen in football, but I think that we have to try to win the game. We don't have to defend. We'll try to do our best since the very beginning. We'll try to win the game. So if you take into account what has happened the last times, you're a great goalkeeper. Donnarumma, Ederson, Neuer have gone through this story in 5 or 10 minutes. The game changed. Are you taking this into account or not? No, I'm staying focused. I'm staying focused on what I have to do tomorrow and how I can help the team, both defending and attacking. And when the game arrives, we'll see. Hi, David. Lola Hernandez for Sky Sports Mexico. Have you prepared the penalty kicks, or you're not considering that? That will be on the pitch. I won't answer that question.
¿Qué tal, David?
Hi, David. Juan Bobadilla for Notia Sports. You're Spanish, and I don't know if you've had the chance to read the press from these days. And well, everybody's speaking about the comeback before the game happens. What do you think about this? What do you think about how the media are speaking about the game before it happens? Well, I usually don't read the press, truth to be said, but in the end, they are trying to make the best for themselves, for the game, for the club, for the game they want to play, and that's totally valid. They need to trust themselves, and this is what we do with ourselves. We trust in ourselves. We'll try to play our game since right now, and that's it, period.
Hola, David.
Hello, David. Andres Rubio for Spanish television. Carlo Ancelotti said before that Real Madrid tomorrow has to work with head, with mind, with heart and balls, as Carlos Alcaraz says. So what does Arsenal have to do? What does Arsenal have to do tomorrow in this stadium? We have to be sure that we can win the game. This is what we have to do, and this is what I'm thinking we're going to do. Last question here. Juanjo Rueda from Caliente TV Mexico. So in the middle of this conversation about comebacks, etc., I would like to ask you, so in the changing room through your head coach, have you watched that game when Arsenal was able to win 0-1 with Thierry Henry? Have you talked about this to see that the team has done this before? Well, we know about that story. I don't think that it has been a changing room topic, but anyway, we know that Arsenal won here. But we are really much focused on what we have to do tomorrow. And the past is past. Let's leave the bygones be bygones and let's face the present. So that's it. Thank you.
Hi everyone, hope everyone's well.
Hola.
Joined here by our manager Mikel Arteta. We'll take questions in English first, so if you have a question, raise your hand, and then start with English, then we'll go to our Spanish colleagues after. So if we can kick off in English first, we'll go to Alex from the BBC.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Could we just start with team news, please? Is there any updates for us?
The positive one, Ben White, is today, so he will be in the squad.
Thomas Partey, is he fit enough to be involved? And what about Jorginho as well?
Yeah, he's available. He had a little niggle during the game, that's why he had to come off. But he felt good after the last few days, so he's fine. And Georgie, unfortunately, is not here. After the incident of the weekend, he hasn't recovered. So, yeah, our thoughts are with him.
How would you approach this game? Do you ignore the fact that you're 3-0 in the lead, or do you take that into account?
To win it. The same that we did in London. Our preparation has been the things that we have to do, the things that we have to dominate throughout the game in different phases to give us the best possible chance to win the game. That's clear our mindsets, and that we're going to play tomorrow.
And finally, there's been lots of talk about comebacks and the noise in the stadium tomorrow night. How do you make sure that your players don't get wrapped up in the emotion?
I understand that is part of their history, and they have the right to be talking about these kind of scenarios. Ours is very different, and our mindset, preparation, our thoughts, and how we're going to have the best chance to be better than them in the aspects that are crucial in the game, because we're going to try to take the game to places very different to our intentions, and if we do that, we're going to have a good chance to win the game.
Darmesh from Sky Sports.
Hi there, Mikel.
Hi.
We spoke to Jude Bellingham earlier. He says that the word that is buzzing around the Madrid camp is comeback or remontada. What's the key attribute that your team has to show in this game, do you feel?
The same mindset. The mindset to win, to be brave, to be dominant, to be determined, and to have the conviction that we can be better than them and win the game.
Last one from me. Creating your own history has been a real theme from you and your players. Has that been the constant message that you've been sending them through this week?
But for sure. And without when you have to create a story, when you have to build a story, first of all, you have to be excited about it. They have to be really prepared about it. And then you have to be really convinced about what you want to achieve. And then it's about insisting and go step by step. And a lot of clubs have built a history by doing it many times, trying many times, sometimes failing, sometimes being successful. And last year we had an experience, and with that one we want to be better this season and apply that to be in the semi-finals, which will be only our third time in the history of our football club.
John from the Mirror in the UK.
Hello, Mikel. When we saw Carlo Ancelotti earlier, he talked about his players needing heart and balls for tomorrow night. I just wonder, from what you've seen this season, can your players match and better that in both departments tomorrow night?
Yes, there are three main aspects in the game. It's the physical aspect, the technical and tactical aspect, and the emotional aspect. And that emotional aspect is very significant because I have a lot of reassurance for what the team has done all season, in positive context and in very difficult context, which I think it's probably the pathway and why those things happened. So to prepare us to scenarios like this and to be convinced that we can handle any situation and we're going to enjoy actually playing any kind of game that we have to be thrown tomorrow.
Mikel, Independent.
Hi, Mikel. Have you done anything different to prepare this week, even psychologically? Because obviously it's quite a strange situation. You're 3-0 up, yet the Madrid kind of noise is trying to make you believe that you should doubt in some way.
Yeah, hopefully every game we do it differently. No, it will be very boring for 70 games, prepare the same plan and the same scenario for the players. So it's a different context, as I said, to the first leg. That's in the past. We take learnings from it, some very good, some others that we have to do still better than we did in London.
and then have the capacity to have the intention to take the game where we want and have very able to adapt quickly to any other kind of a scenario to take the game where we want again.
Ian, BBC Radio 5 Live.
Hello, Mikel.
Hi.
Two questions in one, if I may.
Yeah.
How do you block out that external noise? Because the narrative here in Spain is if
impossible. Outside, no, we can do it on the pitch. Now, I understand that is a narrative that that is going to give the fuel to them.
But also, my other point was, it's over 100 games since you lost by a 3-goal margin.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about that resilience that you've found in the last couple of years? And what was your message be to the team in the dressing room before you leave for the field?
That we have to do it again. I think it's over 472 days or something like this. But it doesn't matter. We have to prove it now in this context. And that's the beauty of it. That's the challenge, and that's the great thing about sports. And that we've shown that we are capable of doing it. That has to give us reassurance and confidence that we can do it. And now let's talk on the pitch and do it on the pitch. It's the only thing that matters.
Okay, over here to Tom from Football London.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
There's been a lot of talk here in Spain, particularly about the word fear and suggesting that Arsenal are fearful of the Real Madrid comeback. Have you seen anything in your players that suggests you've seen any fear in your team this week?
No, I wouldn't use that word. I mean, I think respect, admiration for what they've done in the competition as a club over the years, the history that they have, the values that they defend. Unbelievable, amazing, an inspiration for any coach, any manager, any team. But after that is the competition, is what we are going to face tomorrow, an opposition that we know very well and that we are determined to go out there and try to win the game.
And obviously all the talk and all the videos that people watched over and over again was around Declan Rice's free kicks. Has he been practicing more this week?
Yes, he has, and if he can create any more of those moments, that will be amazing. It was a great moment. I think the third goal as well was beautiful to watch, a very collective goal, and yeah, when you come to that stage, you're going to have big team moments, big individual moments, and that's time to do it on the pitch.
Phil PA?
Hi, Mikel. You said obviously if Arsenal get through, it's only the third semi-final. If you get it over the line, do you think that's the greatest achievement of your career? And do you sense any nerves at all within this squad ahead of tomorrow's game?
I think it's excitement. I think when we talk about creating that, look how small the history is. We never won the competition, and we are trying to do something now consistently where we can start to dominate the European competition. And we have to earn the right tomorrow to do that. In these big stages, it doesn't get any better than this, and I think it's a great opportunity for the team to do it.
Okay, we'll get to as many people as possible, but the last two in English now. Firstly, Jordan from the Sun behind you there.
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
You say about it's impossible to block out the noise and the narrative before the game starts. Is there any danger that when the players walk onto the pitch, it's going to be in their minds that they can do this, they have done this before? What if we're the next team to suffer?
We have tried to repeat the opposite message. So in the brain of the players, what they have here in the last 72 hours is something completely different. And we are very close to them. And hopefully that's more powerful than anything else. But again, you have to be out there, you have to experience it, you have to feel it, and you have to go through it. And that's what we have to do tomorrow.
Okay, finally one in English for Isan from the Daily Mail.
Hi, Mikel. With obviously Declan Rice's 2 free-kick goals just the other week, has that kind of whetted the appetite for more from him from an attacking sense? And in terms of midfielders in England, how high would you rank him up there after his performances this season and last season too?
Yeah, again, I think he's creating the story with us, and that moment is going to be in our history for a while, especially the way he did it, the manner he did it, and doing it twice, which is very, very rare. So it's about creating more, and now I think he's going to have the belief that he's capable of delivering those kind of moments more and more, and that's something very important, because if he believes more, it's going to happen more often.
Okay, that's done in English. We'll now go to our colleagues in Spain. Firstly from Juan Castro.
Mikel, buenas tardes. Juan.
Hi, Mikel. Juan Castro from Marca. Welcome to Spain. So it has been said a lot about the atmosphere in Bernabeu, but as you've said, more than 72 games, 79 games without being scored more than 3 goals. And maybe all this information tells you something for tomorrow's game, right? This is what makes me be sure that the team is ready. And we've proven that in different contexts. Again, there are different rivals and opponents, but in the end we have to prove that tomorrow. And this is the beautiful thing of this sport. What you did yesterday doesn't matter. The team is convinced, the team is confident, and tomorrow we'll do our best so that the Real Madrid arguments are minimized, and our arguments are the most frequent and strong ones in the game. Hello, Mikel. I'm Tom Meana from Cadena Ser. We are asking about comebacks. I know even some colleagues from England have talked about this narrative, all these stories. I don't know that. Well, if a coach, you can speak about what has happened during this seasons here. Great clubs, Bayern, City, PSG. Leaving this narrative aside, maybe from a football point of view, could you think about this? Could you think about the fact that Real Madrid plays very long games? It doesn't matter if you're winning a game. Do you work in that as a coach during our playoff? Of course we do. In the end, that's part of the analysis. You need to understand why things have happened, and there are things that are in your hand, there are things that are not, and of course the quality you have to create that chaos and that moment. For example, the level of uncertainty sometimes is very high. So how can we prevent that? We need to try to train it and not to happen. Hi, Mikel. Lola Hernandez from Fox Sports Mexico. So with 3-0, have we prepared penalty kicks, or you rule it out? We prepare penalty kicks every week. If you have to prepare them just for another playoff, as during another stage, I think that we wouldn't be doing a good job. Hello, Mikel. Diego Plaza, El Chiringuito. So a few years ago in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, when you were going to go to Anfield, you were training with a You Never Walk Alone on loudspeakers. Have you done something similar, or have you prepared your players from a psychological point of view for the atmosphere here in Bernabeu tomorrow? No, I haven't done that. I think that it's a different game, but the emotional part, the mental part is that. They have to be sure and confident that we are ready. They need to have arguments for them to know that we are ready and confident, and that tomorrow we have to be bold and brave to do it. And this is what I've tried to convey to my players, and they have to feel it. We did that in London, it happened, and now we have to do that in different contexts, and that's the beautiful thing of being in such a situation. Hello, Mikel. One question, maybe it's a little bit stupid, but why should you play to win when you are 3-0? Because it is the way in which we feel more comfortable, and the way why we play football, to be better than the rival. And so that the chances we have to win are as high as possible. We try to understand what the opponent wants to do, where they want to bring the game to, and the closer we are to that, the closer we'll be to semi-finals.
¿Qué tal, Mikel?
Hi, Mikel. Juan Mabadia for Notice Sports. A lot has been said about the team, about the comebacks, but how do you feel 24 hours before the game? And would you say that it's the most important game in your career? Well, I'm ready to play. I really want to play. I really want to be there with my players, with the club, in a scenario that, well, in the end, this is what we've tried to do in the last years, in the last seasons, to position the club at this level against the best opponents in Europe. And we want to be better than them, and we want to be in the semi-final.
Firstly, the gentleman in the white at the back there, with the hand up at the back there, and then we'll come to the final question with this gentleman down here.
Buenas tardes,
Hello, Mikel, for HSM Sports. First of all, I would like to ask if you feel under pressure for tomorrow, and second, if you feel comfortable in these contexts, knowing how important a day like tomorrow will be for your personal story. Well, the most beautiful days in the week are the days that when we play, when you feel that adrenaline, that will to compete. And this is why I love this profession. I love this job. And if I had to pick one of the scenarios that I like the most, it would be this one. So I'm really looking forward to doing it. Hello, Marcelo Dobal from Dosis Futbolera. In one of your answers in English, you've talked about the three factors in English: the physical, technical, and tactical, and emotional. You know that if the game moves to emotional side, well, maybe you could lose in this stadium. What does Arsenal have to do for football to be the most important thing here and not the emotions? Well, it depends. If we have a positive mood and if they feel frustrated, maybe the game would be much closer than what we want to do. But this would depend on every action of every moment on how the game evolves. But in the end, the context of the results, especially at the beginning of the game, can't change that much because, as you've said, the game will be in opposite direction. Thank you very much. Cheers.